unless you really want to help, like, selectively help people and possibly have other people die.
I don't think there's any point of having a power that good and being only able to... Only willing to use it every now and then because it's just going to negatively affect. I think that at that point you're just going to be like, what's the point?
Someone take this clip out of context where we just have, like, this one here and we're talking about, like, how good of a power this is.
Okay, so this one I'm saying no. I'm saying no because...
Never have an orgasm again, but understand the meaning of life.
I think that part of the beauty of life is not understanding it and figuring it out as you go, and that I can never fucking have an orgasm again is bullshit, so
I mean,
I'm not voting for it.
If it wasn't this, like, the meaning of life is so subjective that, it's really up to the interpreter. So this is just a bad trade-off because you're like getting some subjective perspective on something,
but
denying yourself an orgasm. If this is like you get like
I think that
you fully understand any topic or subject that you're like trying to comprehend, or like you fully understand your own meaning, or like some kind of, like, I don't know, something more meaningful than just understanding the meaning of life. That's so vague.
I think that it's vague, but I think it's so that the people who are doing this can put their spins on it. The way I see the word being is more of, yes, everyone has their own subjective view of what life means, but it could be in the terms of there is like actually just like one, for instance, there's God up there, and he's like, there is a specific way for like this is what life means, like this is the actual meaning of life, and that now you understand that instead of the subjective view that you have the just like actually what it is supposed to mean.
Well, if I was even gonna guess what it would be like understanding that you're like a fucking grain of sand and like you don't matter, like nothing matters. But
I think it's a no. The orgasm is just, it's not, and most people agree it's a little sharper than I would. It's like there are a little too many people voted okay on this than I think it should have.
That's because this is the percentage of people that see the meaning of life as something to be attained, I guess. Right. Or, I can't really say it as like, and the 32,000 people. I can't talk for all of them, but...
And 48,945 people really enjoy having orgasms. And don't want to give that power up.
Exactly. I mean, hey, orgasms, they are very, very...
They're good.
They feel nice.
They're nice.
It's nice to have orgasms.
Like, was it a sneeze is like an eighth of an orgasm, right? So if you sneezed 8 times at the same time, it'd be like orgasming. If you had your sneeze was 8 times as powerful, you'd be orgasming every time. Okay. So
I would get the power to have more powerful sneezes.
You'd be like, achoo! Achoo! I came out of pants.
Achoo! Achoo! Senpai! Oh, senpai.
You get to marry anyone, but you'll lose both eyes and get a transplant, so you and significant others share eyes balls.
So we both would have
one eye,
or would I give up both my eyes? Would I be able to see?
I think you get an eye transplant from your lover, so you each have one eye, but you're sharing her eye. I mean, it's wired to your brain. You're gonna see what your brain, the eye is gonna transmit what you're seeing, and obviously not what she's seeing, because that's some sci-fi bullshit.
I mean, there's one part of this that sucks.
You get to marry anyone?
Yeah, I don't want to get married.
Well, it's just
I don't really care about that.
It's just if you don't want to get married, then obviously it's a no, because if you're not getting married, then you're not.
I might one day want to get married. Who fucking knows? But also then there's you get to marry anyone. Also, do you see the fatal flaw with this? You get to marry anyone. Like, what if it's someone who doesn't want to marry you? Then they're gonna have fucking your eye in their face for the rest of their life. You're gonna have their eye in your face for the rest of your life.
Right, you have to sit
it's
down
like
with
marriage, but even worse.
Yeah, it's a no.
It's a no. Fuck that. And it would be kind of cool to have 2 fucking different people's eyes though.
32% of people are hopeless romantics. You become completely immortal, but if humanity isn't made it to interstellar travel and sun has gone supernova, you will drift into space alone, still unable to die. So basically, if we can't get the human race to fucking pick up their shit and the sun explodes before they figure their shit out, then you're just floating in space alone.
That'd be pretty horrible.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, I don't want to be immortal.
I mean,
I'd be okay with being immortal.
I think if I could turn my immortality off when I wanted to, so I could start aging and die, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be cool with being like immortal, so I like to like a certain degree, like except for like living forever. Like if there's nothing like the invulnerability.
Just the invincible one.
Yeah.
You get a little dumber each time you would have died.
I mean, it would be cool to live like a really long time, but forever is a fucking long ass time. You would definitely go insane.
I would want to kill myself.
Yeah, you'd want to die all the time.
That's how you become a fucking supervillain in Batman, is living forever.
So almost half of the people were cool with the idea of floating in space forever alone.
It's just having if you...
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Right. You'll be smarter than Einstein, but you'll never understand social situations.
I think, I mean, minus this right here, minus this right here, I'm already here. So, I might as well, like, I would definitely fucking do it. I mean, if you were smarter than Einstein, you would automatically, you would be able to understand social situations. You might not understand social cues.
You never will. It's the one thing you'll never be able to grasp is social situations. You'll be able to grasp everything else, but social interactions with people.
I feel like that would kind of take a lot out of living.
I'm fine being dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with my own intelligence. So yeah, no. I mean, Einstein was a pretty smart guy, but he was like literally dead even almost. Like 100 people like were the variants. Well,
you can have infinite milkshakes at any time, but you can only have vanilla, and there are big bits of ice in it. No, I'm good.
Really? That's
infinite vanilla milkshakes with giant ice bits. I'm good.
Yeah, I like if it was chocolate milkshakes, I would have jumped on there, but vanilla doesn't taste good enough to want infinite.
None of these are really enticing.
Yeah.
A lot of these are just like...
Well, over half the people actually would have fucking wanted infinite milkshakes. You can travel time, but only backwards.
Yeah, I'd do it. I would do that. I could reverse mistakes that I just made.
Exactly. But what if you like go back in time and the you from the past is there and there's like the whole like
time vortex, like fucking space-time rips open.
Right. I'd imagine it's more relative. Like time's supposed to be relative, right? So it's like I walk in here, I'm like, hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. And I didn't like that, so I just reverse time instead of editing it. Come back in. Welcome to YouTube.
Right.
There. You have a much better intro after that.
Right. I think there's multiple like ways it could work. It could be because what is it? This is the second or the third Harry Potter movie where she gets like the time turner. I'm pretty sure it's the third one because she's like actually Hermione's actually like adultish looking instead of like an infant. But she gets that time turner and they go back in time or whatever. They see themselves far away. They don't interact with them, and then they interact by like throwing rocks and shit, but they never see each other. And then whenever at the end when they meet back up with like Dumbledore or whatever, they're already there talking with Dumbledore. And then when they actually go into the room where they're already in and they're close to each other, their original selves like vanish. And they replace them. So if you were to ever encounter yourself, you would immediately replace them.
Oh.
If it worked like that, that makes a lot of sense. You have to go back in time and kill yourself every time to just replace yourself. It's just like murdering yourself over and over again.
I mean, hey, that's not a bad ability, though.
You get a beautiful cat with luxurious fur, but it will only let you touch it with your feet, never your hands. Oh,
I will.
Yeah, a cute cat, man.
Yeah, I pet it with my feet all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it will only let me, but I can also forcibly, like, pet the cat. Yeah. I can pet that cat.
Yeah, torture it.
Yeah, exactly. You become rich, in shape, and perfectly healthy for the rest of your life, but everyone close to you dies.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't want people to.
God, like, that's a shit trade-off, because the only reason I'd want to be rich, in shape, and perfectly healthy is because there's people fucking around me, you know?
Right. You can
Like,
enjoy it with
if
other
everyone around me, everyone close to me dies, then that, like, makes me, like Putin level of fucking, like, lonely.
people. Although I'll admit, there's been
I'd be like
times,
Hillary Clinton at that point.
There's been
except
parts of my life
not
where
as
I'm
scary.
like, there's been parts of my life where I'm just like, I just wish I could have a do-over and just start over, and that is a do-over right there. You are now the perfect man. You're basically turned into you turn to like Brendan Urie, and then everybody around you dies, and you get to start you don't start your life over, but you get to start your life as you know it over.
Yeah,
like
you get
your
a
past
new
is
lease
gone.
on life, and your past is gone because all your friends and family are dead.
Yeah.
And
Well, your family could live. If
who
they're
the
not
fuck
close
are
to you.
these people? 28 fucking
The people
percent.
who want to start over.
Oh, okay.
You become the second emperor of the United States of America, inherit unchallenged and legal dictatorial powers over the entire North American continent. But because you undermine Western democracy by virtue of your existence, you are now at total war with the rest of the civilized world until either you defeat your enemies or are executed. Okay, so hang on.
Are you sure?
Let me think about this one for a second. I have
so basically you have to become Trump.
I feel like it's more of you become like Kim Jong-un.
You become like Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, because like nobody likes fucking North Korea. And, like everybody is against North Korea, but like you have total power over everything. It's you basically turn to Kim Jong-un. But if like America was North Korea.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's not really worth.
And you're like, instead of being at odds of like right now, war is certainly a possibility. But I think that
And that'd be stressful. That'd
that
be
puts
like,
you straight into literally every single place is at war with you.
yeah, like you're going to get assassinated within like a few days probably.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not gonna fucking fight a war with the whole world. That's painful. That's like impossible.
Superpowers. If you're choosing one weakness, but the person you hate most in the world also gains superpowers based around that one weakness. I mean, but would they?
If I hate them,
Do they hate me?
yeah. If they don't hate me, then I could just, fucking get over myself, and then they wouldn't hate me, and I wouldn't hate them anymore. There wouldn't even be a problem. Just be like, hey, let's team up.
Right. It's like I have you. Like you have my weaknesses. So like we work together, and then we're fucking unstoppable. Or you just go on with the fact that you hate them. They have superpowers, but they don't hate you, so there's literally nothing to worry about.
Yeah, at that point too, it's like, as long as you don't fucking like, I don't know. Yeah, that's worth it. Fuck yeah.
That's like basically you're Superman, but you kryptonite, but it's like Lex Luthor doesn't hate you, even though he does everything. Everything he does is around kryptonite, but he just doesn't hate you.
Okay.